We spent an entire month breaking the eBay algorithm.
We listed over 600 items and made over $30,000 in sales in 30 days. That's $1,000 a day.
And now, I'm gonna show you how we did it. We set a challenge for ourselves that we were gonna list a consistent amount of items every day for a month.
So we were gonna draft 20 items every weekday and then actually finalize 10 every single day. Each item represented one mark on this box grid.
But not only that, we challenged our Discord to do the same, and over 30 people answered the call.
So there's a couple things that we wanted to see.
One, can we make 25% more than we did last month?
So that means that we needed to hit 28,750 in sales. That's nearly 6,000 more than the previous month.
Not to mention, November can often be a pretty slow month on eBay for me.
And then two, do we even have enough time to draft 20 items a day?
Yeah, because in a normal month, we normally do around 200 items a month, and now we're asking ourselves to do 600. And number three, will we even be able to keep up with supplying and sourcing 20 items a day for an entire month? Not to mention the fact that we also were doing 50 items a day on Amazon for that entire month.
And four, how would our Discord members perform?
So day 2 of eBay listing, started 10 fresh and finalized, and then I also finalized 10 drafts, but those were what Skylar did yesterday, so he's actually not here today, so I'm going to do an additional 10 just to kind of make up for him not being here on a Tuesday. We will continue to list 20 a day for the entire month of November. Day 3 is done of eBay listing at 7 in the morning. Got my listing done, so I actually got 12 new listings done today. I got 2 more than my goal. One other thing that I'm doing, I'm taking an hour each day, first hour of the day. First thing I do is put live 10 listings that were from drafts. So the oldest drafts I'm putting live first. Monday, I schedule listings for Friday. Tuesday, I schedule listings for Saturday. And then Wednesday, I schedule listings for Sunday to make sure that those days are covered. Now I'm just going to be working on the bank. It does take a little bit more time to finalize Skylar's listings. He hasn't really been doing much pricing, but I think we're going to try to get him to do pricing this month. But really, I want him to be able to do it all on his own. It's time. So Skylar, you're going to do it. It's going to be great. It's going to save time. And for the long term, listing 20 a day, that's definitely what we're going to want to do.
Day 4 and the rest of the week flew by for us and the Discord. It is day 8, the start of week 2, and it's 9:45, and we just finished our 20 drafts. We already published 10 today, so let's check off our boxes. Whew. All right, a lot more to go. And according to this, our Discord so far has listed 1,258. So that's essentially filling out all of this and doubling it. The next couple days, we easily did our listings, checked our boxes, and this is the bin full of some of the stuff that I had listed. And here it is. That's 200 listings, 10 days. And actually, we're doing more than that, right? We're trying to get between... how many more? Like 3 and 5 extra above it every day?
Yeah, we've been doing probably 23 on average.
Yeah. Sweet.
So with the first 2 weeks coming to a close, we were excited to hopefully see some results in our store and some results with our Discord members.
So it is the 15th and we already did our listings for the day. However, we were able to get a lot more done in a big batch. So just a reminder, if you have time to do a big batch of listings, that is awesome. We have 68 drafts currently. So we're just gonna plan out the next 3 days. All is good. And then that way we have a little bit of a cushion to where if we can't get to listing at some point the next couple days, we'll be covered.
So looking at our stats for halfway through, we can see that impressions were actually down 5.5% from the previous month.
But we still had over 12 million impressions.
So that's pretty good. We're happy with that. And the most important stat is quantity sold or sales. So quantity sold was up 28%, while top 20 search slots was up 31%.
Yeah, and we had a lot of people in our Discord see similar results, but they had impressions up hundreds of percents, like 250%, 300%, 400%. And that's with all of them not listing consistently before.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to continue this for a year in 2022. We're going to do this every day. because these stats don't lie and are very, very important to go after. But we actually missed a day that week and got a little bit scared. I forgot to list the 10 items yesterday. We had 60 drafts sitting there, and I forgot to finalize. And coincidentally, today has been the slowest day of sales on eBay that we've had since we started this challenge. So there were only 4 sales this morning. 1 more has trickled out throughout the day, and we've been getting an average of 13 to 15 sales every day. So we looked at the data, and thankfully missing only 1 day didn't have that much of an impact.
Thankfully. But we have seen that if you miss multiple days in a row, then it does affect your impressions and your sales.
So one really good way to prevent this from happening is to build up a draft bank. So on those days that you can list for extra hours, build up a draft bank, so on the days that you can't list extra hours, you have listings to finalize for those days. Shout out to Daily Refinement on YouTube for being the originator of this. It works, it's effective. Have about 2 weeks of a draft bank max because they do disappear. But that is a great tip to have those ready to go.
So let us know in the comments if you use a draft bank system and if you found it useful.
Let me be real for a second. So people that own small businesses, run businesses like this, often struggle and work way too many hours. And I can sometimes fall into that, but I really try to stay disciplined to keep it to 40 hours a week, 7 to 4, Monday through Friday. And the only way that this can work is if there's a commitment to growing in productivity and efficiency in order to continue growing throughout the years. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. I'm going to continue working on. And the business has significantly grown every year for 5 years of being full-time. So I want to help people and grow together by learning how to maximize that time and to continue to grow the business, yet keep those priorities healthy, because my family and friends and everything outside of work is where my priorities actually lie. So I want to make sure that the business enables me to keep my priorities straight instead of enabling me to get my priorities all out of line and spend all my time in growing the business. So if that's something that interests you, hit the subscribe button and come along with me for the journey.
Last day.
We did it.
Let's cross it off. Got it all ready.
That's satisfying.
600 items, 30 days.
That was good.
All right, let's tape it up.
I like how you started with X's.
And then I was like, that takes
too long. We listed too many items. Imagine if we were doing 150 a day.
Bruh.
It's funny how vigilant and on it you have to be to get those daily listings to keep. Really, it's about getting impressions, and then if your listings are right, you're gonna get sales if you get impressions. So that's one thing we have to improve. Is some of my old listings are really poor, but now we're focusing a bit more on better pricing, better item details, so that when we get the impressions, people viewing the items or scrolling through and seeing it, they're gonna get sold. Our pictures are pretty good, so that's the goal. And now we're gonna look at some metrics on eBay to see how the sales were, how the impressions were, and see if this whole experiment worked. So to answer the question, did we make 25% more in sales in the month?
Oh yeah, we did. We're up 34.1%.
Which is huge, and quantity sold was up 8.5%, despite the impressions being down 13.2%. And then to answer the question, did we have enough time to do 20 listings a day? Yes, we did, but it was definitely a grind. So I actually woke up an hour earlier every day, and that first hour of the day I spent dedicated to listing on eBay only. So that was definitely a big part of it. Front loading the important tasks is a huge thing that I've been implementing into my schedule these days. So we were able to do it, and we were able to also list 50 items a day on Amazon for the entire month. So we were busy, but it's definitely possible.
So our inventory and consistent sourcing was able to keep up. with doing this listing challenge.
Yeah, so we did have a kind of a big bank of items already sourced from collection buys, from card collections. Those are a great way to get quantity listed. If you're having issues sourcing, there's a ton of ways to source. We have a ton of videos about it. That's actually the main videos that we make. So if you're having issues, consider watching some of the other videos. We've got videos about trading switches for tons of retro video games. We've got videos about getting deals off of Facebook Marketplace, garage sales, thrift stores, video game stores, collection buys. You can even post wanted ads on Facebook or Craigslist. There's so many ways that you can source, and if you're serious about this, you should get to the point so that is not an issue.
Yes.
But I realize it takes time to get there. Just put in the effort, and I think you're going to get to the point where you're almost overwhelmed.
Yeah.
By the amount of inventory.
Like we are. If you can consistently source and find the best ways to source for you and your area, then you're going to do great.
So if Facebook Marketplace is awful in your area, consider going to garage sales, thrift stores, or game stores. Figure out what works for you.
And as for our Discord, they were killing it, posting their successes, sharing their stats. It was great, and all in all, we listed 5,546 items. It was absolutely great. If everybody posted their stats, who knows how much in sales we just did, but it was super cool to get to be a part of seeing everybody grow. So we grew a lot and learned a lot, especially these last couple of months with focusing on eBay. The algorithm's always changing. Yeah. We're adapting to it, but there are some principles that stay consistent. And we're excited to continue doing this type of thing for the entire year of 2022. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting milestone, and we want to challenge you as well. Apply some of these things that we're talking about in our videos to your own store, to your own reselling journey. Do it. It's time. And if you want, a place to share your success, to get some accountability, the Discord's a great place. We have some awesome people over there that have been doing that and growing and learning so much.
Yeah, we're actually going to do a 100-day challenge with everything that we've learned on eBay to grow the stores, and people that want to join it on the private Discord will do that, and I'm excited for it. Let us know down below if you learned something, if you're motivated, excited at all. Share that positivity. It definitely helps to be part of a community and to put it out there that you're going to do something, that you're going to set a goal, that you're going to go after it.
So you might be wondering to yourself, I'm completely new to reselling. How do I even get started?
Yeah, so there's a lot to it, but on December 31st, we're going to be giving more information on a year-long series starting in January 2022 of how to start an eBay store from scratch and build it to a full-time business. I'm very, very excited about it. So if that interests you at all, hit that subscribe button because it's going to be a fun year next year. Bye!
Bye!
Bart'll do.
Bart'll do.
Can't put more shine on him.
What?